Alrighty. This is it. Transition sound. Whee! Hello. Welcome to Guardians Crusade. Speedrunning. Woo! Trying to hype myself up, trying to get my energy up before it's too late. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Making sure I've got everything up in front of me here. Ugh. I got a paper cut right on the tip of this finger. It's the worst. It's been super uncomfortable for like the last few days. Anyway, hello. So we're gonna go into some Guardians Crusade, any percent. This is the slide category. There's slide, no slide, and then a couple other categories. I have no idea. We're doing the slide percent because it was just cool. There is also a lot of there's been a lot of changes to the route recently. A couple that have been like a complete reroute of the game. So I have learned, I learned the route in about 2 weeks, maybe less than that. And then I just have kept having to relearn it every time a major change happens. It's gonna be great. But we're gonna jump into the fun. I don't know why, but the title screen is shifted down, and then any other like point in the game is centered properly. I don't know why. I asked the Discord, everyone's asleep because the majority of the Guardians Crusade community is in Europe. Who knows? I don't know. I'll never know. Let's speedrun this game. All right. So welcome. Just kind of a few things on this run. In the very beginning, shit's kind of wild. This route is currently very front-loaded when it comes to the amount of run-ending glitches. And then after that, there's a little bit of RNG, and then the run's over. So the first half sucks, and the second half is kind of a victory lap with like 2 opportunities to have the game majorly kick you in the shins. What we're doing right now, I just picked up Nurse, which is a very important living toy. It's one of the very few healing options we're gonna have in this run. It's a single target, 30% heal. So it's pretty valuable, and we just grabbed that right away in the beginning because there's no other time we're going to be able to get it. And then we are actually going to be doing the first quest of the game, which is receiving the letter from the mayor and then delivering the letter to the subsequent mayor. That gives us access to the baby cutscene so we can have a child, and then have that child do wacky, zany garbage for us. I do use analog stick for only the very beginning of this run, which is, I feel like it's kind of weird. I know like the vast majority of the community is very like analog stick all the way, but honestly, just for that very early section, analog stick just feels cleaner for me. And then we're in the very first quote unquote trick of the run, which is use cardinal directions. If you're running in a cardinal direction, enemies cannot spawn. And I don't want enemies to spawn because I want to make it to this sign, where I'm going to use Nahani and the X button at the same time in order to read the sign and also trick out the game, which causes everything to move faster, including these fights. So everything is super fast right now. And this is a pretty major, this is like the cornerstone trick of the run to make the whole game faster. If you don't do this, you're losing time. Even on the first split, not doing that speed up right away like I did you lose about a minute to a minute and a half. That's how significant this speed up glitch is in the beginning of the game. So I'm just getting a couple of fights, honestly, just getting to level 2. That's all I need, is just a little bit of experience. Enemies in this game, oh shoot, give you a varied amount of experience. So sometimes you'll need 3, or if you're really unlucky, 4 encounters in order to get level 2. I only needed 2, but I got caught by a 3rd, and I might as well fight it, so I did. I'm gonna switch back to analog stick here, just because using analog stick to weave through while mashing X without having to use circle to run is just really comfy for me. But after Sanclaria, I'm gonna be pretty much exclusively using the D-pad and not the analog stick. All right, so I sold a few items. I got an Angel's Tear and a couple of candy bars. I got rid of the two of the 3 candy bars, as well as the Angel's Tear, just for a little bit of extra money and just to clear up inventory space. And then the other thing that I did was buy 5 peach potions. They're incredibly cheap. They restore psychic points, and they make everything possible. I'm gonna reset up the glitch here on the sign because I need things to not be loading. And by getting into battle and doing the Nahani texts that I did, it cleared some of the glitched state, but not all of it. And I need to refresh it so I can do this. So it didn't look like I did anything there, but what I did was I gave myself the living toy Wymie. Wymie makes it to where enemies will target it, and it won't target you. And that is critical because we're going to be doing a lot of fights way lower level than we ever should. So Wymie is going to be essential for really every enemy that is single target in this game, because it makes us practically immune. The drawback to Wymie is that it does give a chance for me to target him. So I just have to be wary of that and make sure to keep an eye on Wymie's health. He has a total of 10 HP. So after those 10, and it's not like HP as in like, you know, defense and hit points and such, he can get hit 10 times. After that 10th hit, he goes back into my pocket, and I cannot summon him for the rest of the fight. So it's something I have to pay attention to, especially in Cave of Fear in this section, because if Wymie goes down and I don't have the stats to deal with these enemies without him, I just lose and the run's over. And we don't want that, because that's bad. And moving through this cave, I'm kind of trying to get through the cave without using a bunch of diagonals, but sometimes it's kind of necessary. I'm taking a few fights and trying to skip from others just to kind of have like a balanced amount of encounters. I don't want to use up all of my PP. I want to at least have 4 for when I get to Mushmare, the first quote-unquote boss of the run. Now I should get a level on the next fight. So worst case scenario, I'll get more psychic points. Dude, we are heckin' speed. How's it going, Lancer? Welcome on in. You have already missed the first glitch of the run. Oops. Okay. Okay, not good. Not good. How am I doing? Do a bronze shield and attack, and I should be fine. Cool. And I should get a level up here? Perfect. That level up will give me enough psychic points for Mushmare. Saw that glitch last night? No. We use it to skip into Cave of Fear without needing to do the baby stuff. It's called Baby Skip. It also gives us access to the living toy Why Me, because of text storage confusion. Instead of reading a sign like it's supposed to, it gives us the Why Me living toy. I'm also not supposed to be able to use living toys yet, but because of the glitch, it gave me Why Me and therefore gave me the ability to use living toys. So now we're here. I'm gonna start the fight by using a toadstool that I picked up in the opening town. That's gonna paralyze him. We get 2 free turns here. And then I use Why Me and then finish the fight. But what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna use a peach potion, because I'm gonna do, I have a few fights that I'm gonna need to do on my way out of the cave, and I'm gonna need the psychic points for that. So we are now hitting the point of the first major reroute of Slide Percent. So normally after this cutscene, we would go deeper into the cave and grind on enemies up to level 12. We no longer have to do that. I am now going to leave the cave after picking up Da Bomb, a critical living toy. So Da Bomb, I used a few times in my casual run. What Da Bomb does is it sits there doing nothing for 3 turns, and then on that 3rd turn, he explodes on everyone, dealing massive damage. If you are defending, you take 0 damage. And so that's a huge amount of damage that we cannot afford to miss out on. It's going to be required for most of the fights in this game. But now that we got Mr. O'Neill from that cutscene, I now have access to all of the living toys that I picked up, as well as the few that I get automatically. I want my iron sword. Thank you. Okay, now I need to kind of pay attention to my experience here. I need to leave this cave at level 7 or level 8. Ideally level 7, so I'm not over grinding for no reason. But I need to be level 7 because of where we're going to be going as soon as I'm out of here. I believe I'm level 6 right now. 5 or 6, so we'll find out probably after this fight if I were to guess. Come on. Thank you. So we'll see. Nope, no level up here. It'll be after the next fight then. Okay. Unlucky. Okay. Unlucky. Alright, we're fine. Okay, we're level 7, so I don't have to fight anything else now. So I'm gonna try to get out of this cave without fighting anything else. And that's not gonna happen. I could have ducked around him. He got stuck on the wall, but I didn't react fast enough. I am gonna fight him. Running away is pretty risky with the amount of health I have, so I'm just gonna do the fight. It's not super long, and a little bit of extra experience doesn't hurt. And it's a little extra money, which also doesn't hurt. Okay, we are out of the Cave of Fear. And now Nahani's gonna give us the text that she was supposed to when we glitched into the cave earlier, where she says, I don't want to go in here, it looks scary, let's go home. And so now we're going home. Okay, I'm gonna try to, oh god. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to dodge the encounters here. But it went exactly as well as I should have expected. I can run away from these guys though, it's not a problem. So now we are gonna play the game like normal, except for it's going super fast because of the sign glitch that we did earlier. But we are gonna make our way back to the starting town. Avoiding all of the enemies. All right, do I have the right camera angle? Yes, I do. Let's go. Okay, so because of the glitched state of the sign, I was able to skip the cutscene. So now we're at the part of the story where I need to deliver a baby to the Cave of Fear and then abandon him. And we're not gonna do that because we're not assholes, but we are gonna do cool things instead. I need to dodge these encounters better. So used to the hero's name being Easy Hot Dog, that his name being Night kind of fucks with you. Yeah, it's the default name. That's just his name. Sometimes when I do these runs, you're gonna see that his name is Knight A instead. Just depends on how good my mashing is. All right, so we're gonna get here. We're gonna do sign glitch again. That's gonna stop enemies from spawning and do other cool things when it comes to cutscenes. But we're gonna be going into a cutscene and either I do the glitch correctly or it's all over. So let's focus up. Nailed it. Super easy. I cannot explain that though. Give me a second. I need to focus. Okay, so the glitch I did is called a super slide. This is slide %. It's what it's named for. Hold on. Okay. Basically, the glitched state causes baby's movement in the cutscene to just get really fucky and go too far away, I think, which causes the cutscene to get fucked. Okay, so now I need to do this. Okay, and I talk to you. It crashed. I fucked up. Okay, so the game crashed because I pushed a text box too quickly. Oops. Okay, so where I was, I guess I can use this as an opportunity to explain and then go back into the run. So that's a slide. With the glitched state from the sign, I don't know exactly what it does, and I'm not even sure if anybody really understands why, but it causes some weird stuff when it comes to cutscenes. And so in that cutscene, I am mashing through the text boxes at a specific speed. I'm not like true mashing as hard as I can. Think of it like, if for the musically inclined, I'm doing basically like I'm mashing in 30-second notes. So just a very consistent but fast rhythm. And that is timed. It sounds crazy, but it's timed based on the frame rate of the game. This is a 60 frame per second game, so I'm basically doing like 30-second notes, which is a half of a 16th note. I'm mashing that speed at 60 frames per second, which is like the tempo of a regular song, most regular songs. It sounds a lot crazier and a lot more technical than it really is, but the reason I'm doing that is to guarantee that I'm getting the first-ish frame on each text box, because you have to mash through those text boxes quick enough, but not too many of them, because if you mash through all of the text boxes in the cutscene before the movement can finish, it just exits you out of the cutscene because of the sign glitch. And then you're just left standing there at the cave entrance and nothing to show for it. But if you mash all of them except for the last box, so I stop early to stop on the last box. But if I'm at the last box before Baby finishes their movement, Baby does this whoop off screen, and then we get kicked from the cutscene in the same weird diagonal slide. That was a lot, but I hope some of it stuck. Basically, mash the text boxes except for the last one fast enough, and you get the slide. That's the short version. Once the slide has actually started, the game is, think of it like a really nasty headwind, and it is pulling you in to a specific point. Let's say the cutscene is happening at the coordinates 0, 0. The way that the way that the game loads, though the world loading works, is it does it on chunks, kind of like Minecraft. How they're like these 64 by 64 square chunks, and it loads them one at a time, right? So that's kind of what this game is doing. So you have the grid, and you have this point in the middle, and it says that's where you need to be standing at this cutscene. So when you've entered the cutscene, I'm going to move you to this point. Now, the problem is that the slide kicks you super fast. If you're familiar with parallel dimensions or whatever it is, parallel universes in Super Mario 64, it's a similar idea. I am leaving this grid, I'm leaving this graph too fast for the game to be able to put me where it's supposed to. So now it's going to look at the new graph of blocks that I'm in and say, oh, okay, 0, 0 is right here. So now we're going to slide you that direction. And I'm essentially using that headwind to shove me across the world to get where I want to go. Yeah. Hi, Root Beer. How's it going? It's not that you're too late. You were too late. I was about 15 minutes into the speedrun, and then I closed out a text box too early and crashed the game. So I'm yeehaw. I'm just trying to explain a few of the primary glitches so that it makes a little more sense when you see it. So if you need to back up the stream or ride by the seat of your pants and see what happens, then there you go. The other thing, the thing that happened at the very end. So I got into Triskin in the castle, and I used Nahani, the fairy, square button, and X at the same time to cancel my slide movement. And then at that point, what the route was you lose all of the speed up, so you have to walk incredibly slowly through the laggy ass town, and then leave the town and find a sign, and then get sign glitch again to speed up your game. But this guy, sorry, I'm excited. I found a way to retain speed up without having to leave the town. It just requires that after you do the square and X at the same time to cancel your slide, you have to talk to Nahani, wait a moment, then clear her text box, clear the next one, talk to the guards to get out, and then do the square and X twice. And that's going to retain your speed up, and it's not going to cause any freaky glitches or problems or crashes. However, I cleared one of the text boxes too early, and so it didn't clear the data it was supposed to, or maybe it cleared too much data, and then the game crashed. I'm a pioneer minus the cannibalism. I read that as capitalism at first. But yeah, it's been really fun working with the Guardians Crusade Discord and the speedrunners. There's only a handful, like a few active runners right now. So what was I going with this? Oh, so there's a lot in this game that just isn't really understood. There's a lot of uncharted ground. And so by being one of, there's a few people that joined recently, myself included, and it's really helped having like an extra pair of eyes to look at something who's never really looked at this stuff before, because sometimes we just kind of happen on something really cool. Another example, so you guys remember Glor, the big ass white bionicle boss looking guy, the monster we fought on the bridge right before God's Tower? So there was a glitch that lets you skip Glor. You don't have to fight him. And that was on an old route that unfortunately we don't do anymore, because the new route through Triskin is more consistent and it's faster, which is like the holy grail of speedrunning discoveries. Now, the problem with Glor skip is the way that it worked was, the way it was believed to work is you have your glitch, right? Your glitched state that we've talked about. Yeah, the bony dino boy. Perfect. So you'd be in your weird glitched state, and that would cause the cutscene to not work properly. So it starts, but you're still able to walk freely through the area and interact with the people in the cutscene. And so it was believed that you needed to initiate the cutscene, wait an incredibly specific amount of time, and then a frame perfect X input would allow you to continue the run. There's no visual input, there's no or visual cue, there's no audio cue. It's just set a metronome or just hope. And then when I was messing around with Glor skip and just trying to see, like, there's got to be a better way, or maybe I just need to understand it better and I'll be able to do it more consistently or what have you, I found out that when that text box pops up that you're supposed to have the frame perfect input, just wait a moment. As long as the text box is fully loaded, you give it like a half a second, you click the X button, it doesn't matter when you click it. So with that one discovery from someone who had no idea what was going on, and that's kind of what they needed, right? They were looking at it and they had the understanding and they said, this is how it works. But sometimes you need a clueless idiot to just say, yeah, but what if I don't? So I discovered a way, the point of the story, I discovered a way to make Glor skip 100% consistent and free. Zero skill involved. And then the next day, the next major discovery was made that made Glor skip completely irrelevant. So now we fight Glor in this, but it makes it's a faster run. Summoning Salt makes his inevitable Guardians Crusade video. So I've actually already been in a Summoning Salt video. Fun fact. Technically. In the Summoning Salt Minish Cap video that he made, he talked about when the diagonal retention, the hole glitch where you go in a hole, you come out diagonally, and yeah, it's a really good video. But you go in a hole, you pop out diagonally, and then that does a bunch of funky shit with Link's angle and how he interacts with things when he's facing diagonally. So when Summoning Salt's talking about that glitch, it does like a slow on-screen scroll of the Discord chat at that time. And you can see my message in there suggesting to the guy. Shit. The only name I can think of is Summoning Salt, but it wasn't. It's the guy that actually discovered the Solidified Gaming. So it was me suggesting to Solidified Gaming of, hey, what if you use that to jump towards the ledge? Would that let you get like a weird half layer situation? Conjuring Cube. But yeah, so that's that. I technically appeared in a Summoning Salt video, In reality, I had a pretty minor impact on the whole experience and discovery. But I was at least the guy that asked the question. But anyway, I'm going to launch my emulator again because not just the game, the entire emulator crashed because of me messing up that input. So let's try the run again, shall we? Creating cilantro. All right, welcome back to the beginning of the game. So since nobody was here yet when I did this part of the run, I'll try to kind of explain things as I go. So we're going to pick up the living toy Nurse. Nurse is a single target living toy that heals the target for 30% of their maximum HP. This is one of the only healing items we're going to get. We're going to get a couple more later, but for a majority, this is it. So pretty important. From here, we're now just going to do the beginning of the game. There's not really going to be anything unusual about the beginning of the game here. We're talking to the mayor, we're getting the letter, we're going to deliver the letter to the next mayor and the next town over, and go from there. Because that's going to allow us to have Baby following us, who we have to deliver to the Cave of Fear. Once we drop off the letter, though, is when everything kind of falls apart. Another thing I'm going to do right here is I'm going to pick up an item. There's an invisible toadstool right there. Toadstool is an item that inflicts paralysis. Mushmare is vulnerable to paralysis. So we're going to use that to kill Mushmare pretty easily. Another thing that I talked about a little bit in the casual run, but running in a cardinal direction, so northwest, south, or east, disables enemy spawns, essentially. They cannot spawn until you start running diagonally. I'm using that to be able to get to this sign to set up the sign glitch, which is going to increase the speed of the entire game by like a ton. I don't know how much it is, but it's a lot. And you're going to see how much faster this fight goes compared to every other fight in the game. So everything is now crazy fast. I just need to hit level 2 and then I can run to San Claria. Yeah, just deliver a letter, deliver a baby, same thing. All right, hopefully this gives me a level up. Fingers crossed, please. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm gonna have to do a third encounter then, which is really unlucky. Well, not really unlucky. It's kind of par for the course. So enemies in this game give a varying, there's like a range of experience that they can give. And that kind of can screw you over here where you just don't get enough experience and there's nothing you can do about that. If you're really unlucky, you can actually have to do 4 fights before you can level up just once. All right, I'm now going to switch back to the analog stick for movement because I like using the analog stick to weave in between the buildings. It's just really comfortable for me. Now, you may ask yourself, why would I not just do the enemy encounters on the way and then get sign glitch at the end? And it's because it speeds up everything in the game. 2, 3, 4, 5. So even the battles, the movement, like overworld movement of enemies, everything is faster. By doing that skip, you save about a minute. Just in that first section. Like that's why the speed up glitch is so important. So now I'm going to do the sign again, which is not going to speed me up further. But the first time I did the sign glitch, I spoke to Nahani, the fairy, and she clears out some of the glitch, but not all of it. She keeps the speed up, but drops a lot of the other garbage with it. I'm gonna reuse the sign glitch to talk to this sign quickly. And you heard the sound of me getting an item. That is the sound of me getting Why Me, the living toy. Why Me, the living toy allows me to do these higher level fights without any worry about dying. Because Why Me can take 10 hits before disappearing, and Why Me makes everyone target Why Me. The only weakness of using Why Me is multi-target attacks. If there's an enemy that has an area of effect attack, Why Me does not help. Super cool and not a pain in the ass at all. The experience thing? Yeah, no, it's great, and I love it. There you go, Nahani. Thanks for the 2 damage. All right, so there are going to be encounters that I want to get here. I'm going to be, on average, trying to avoid encounters, but the amount of encounters that I get that are unavoidable will get me to a level that I want to be at by the time I leave the cave. I need to be level 7 when I leave the cave, otherwise the run becomes impossible. Interestingly enough. I also need to make sure that I stay above, or at or above, 4 psychic points. Because you need 4 psychic points to summon Why Me. Nice. So I should have at least 8 here. I have 7. Okay, I need to run. Because I need to have at least 4 for when I get to Mushmare, and I don't think I'm going to level up on that encounter. Which means I think we're like 1 level lower getting to Mushmare than we were last time. Alright, so now we're gonna fight Mushmare. Another like minor time save that I messed up there is moving your camera based on the cutscene you're about to get into. Alright, I'm gonna use my toadstool to paralyze, because the game sets the camera angle depending on the cutscene, and so if you set it ahead of time, you don't have to worry about it. And it saves you a little bit of time at the start of a cutscene waiting for the camera to get fixed. I used a peach potion there because I'm not certain that this fight is going to level me up, and I wanted to be safe, because if I don't have 4 psychic points, I cannot use Why Me, and I'm in a lot of trouble when I'm actually going up against something. Can I please just hit him one more time? Oh my god, can I just hit him one more time? Okay, he'll die now. That was really unlucky. But at least I didn't lose. And I got a level, so I guess I didn't have to use my psychic thing there. But I would have probably had to before I left anyways, so it's not that big of a loss. Forgot about these little scrimblows? Yeah. A lot of tech smashing. You absolutely could, and you'd be correct. All right, so that was another living toy. That was Da Bomb. Da Bomb is a required living toy to get because it deals a shit ton of damage after sitting there doing nothing for 3 turns. but it is such a significant amount of damage that you really need it because of how many fights you're going into in this run. Way lower level than you should be. Thank you, Nahani. I'm gonna equip the iron sword and the bronze shield that I got earlier. I got the iron sword from Mushmare. I got the bronze shield from that chest I opened. All right. We should only need 1 or 2 more levels. I'm not 100% sure. I know that we didn't have enough, we didn't have very many encounters for the first part of this dungeon traversal, so I'm gonna need a couple extra encounters on my way out. Okay, unfortunate. Come on, Wymie, hold it together. Uh-oh. Okay, we should be fine. Cool. Okay, we're level 6. I need 1 more level on my way out the door, which should be 2 or 3 encounters, depending on the experience variance. I should not have actually needed Wymie for this, unless I got poison. That could have been really bad. Okay, that's fine. All right, is this it? Nope. Should be just 1 more encounter then. Oh, I didn't know that one was behind the wall. I thought I was doing really good about dodging. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Hit the Baraphant! You fool. Alright, there's level 7. I don't need encounters anymore. Perfect timing. So Nahani is now going to use the text that she was supposed to say when we left the we left the cave before, or encountered the cave before. But now that we don't have the same kind of glitched state as before, look at that fucking dinosaur head. Guy looks so goofy. He's just a silly guy. Okay. Ah! These little shits getting stuck on things are the bane of my existence. I just want to go fast. Let me go fast. Don't worry about that. That was fine. You block Redbeard, no! Okay. Alright, so now we get to the scariest part of the early game. This is the slide. And for this, we just hope it works. You're kidding me. Okay, we reset up the sign for maximum glitched state. And now we hope that I can hold my shit together. Not about to slide into DMs, that's right. I'm coming for you, Triskin. City that never sleeps, am I right? I failed it. Alright, we're losing time here, but I'm not resetting the run. Shit, we're losing time here again? Because it defaults to new game instead of continue. Okay, also the speed up glitch is gone. So now we're gonna be, the game's now moving back at regular speed. So we're losing about a minute or more because of this, but I really don't care. I want to take every possible run just to get something in the books. That's the goal for tonight. Nope. Unlucky. And by unlucky, I mean I wasn't mashing at the right speed. This sucks. Also, that paper cut on the tip of my middle finger is bothering me. This is the glitch that I've done a lot of practice with, and have gotten relatively consistently, but I guess I only had one shot to make a run work tonight. I don't know if it's a paper cut or what, it feels like a paper cut, but it's like right on the tip of my middle finger, which is a really annoying place to have what feels like a paper cut. It made typing very uncomfortable today. Damn it. I matched too many boxes. The other problem is I rely on the tip of my middle finger to hold down the circle button at the end of the text mashing I have to do for slide, because of how I position my hand in order to get the mash timing correct. So there's that little part of my brain that's just like, no, I don't want to be hurt, and so it like has that hesitation for holding the button when I need to, which fucks everything up. Hey, at least it's not bum bum bottom. Bum, 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 bum. Also, in a real attempt, like if I'm really going for the world's best time, I would have reset after the first fail, but I'm just stubborn to get a run done tonight. Nope. I stopped mashing too early. Oh my god. I hate this. Alright, we're gonna be trapped here forever, guys. At least I've been doing pretty good about dodging the encounters. What? Maybe? Sometimes? No. It's 5-6 minutes I've lost here now. Oh. You're right. And I knew that it was gonna be this trick. Because this trick sucks. I thought about going to the inn in San Claria, but no. I'm just gonna get it. I'll just get the slide this time. No, my mash timing is fucked. What happened? Oh. Back's a little sore. Nope. I failed it again. Holy shit. Look at the time. I could have just started a new run. I did it again. My best time on this split is 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and that's a first try. So you can see that I've now lost over 8 minutes on this trick. And it took me 15 minutes to get to this part of the trick. I hate that I got it first try on my first attempt and then crashed the game. And now I can't get it again. That's not gonna work either. I did it again! I can't stop. I can't stop doing new game. It's frustrating on this because I could have just started a new run and I would have been already back to this point. Bottom. God, I hate it. And I know, I already know in my heart that a few people in the Guardians Crusade community are gonna say, you could just do no slide. Just do no slide %. No, I'm stubborn and I want to succeed at the things I want to succeed at. Because that's what a lot of people were saying when I first joined the Discord too. They're like, you should probably just do no slide. It's a lot more forgiving. No, fuck that. I want to do the cool thing where I fucking jet set my way across the planet. It's important to me. I don't want that. Nope. All right, I am gonna reset the run. And now we're gonna go here. Wow, it's so goddamn easy, isn't it? I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it here so much. I just did it. I just... Alright, that time it didn't work. Too many mashes. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, my mashing is bad. I can see it not progressing where it's supposed to. No, didn't think so. No. There, see. Yeah, there's that slight delay in the middle. That's messing it up. There we go. Now I'm starting to feel the rhythm. My middle finger hurts a lot, but that was bad. There. All right. Anyway, we try again. If I can make it past slide, I should be able to just finish the run. I just have to make it past slide. Nahani. I don't know if it's N-E-H or N-A-H, but it's Nahani. Is the name of the fairy. You still got a lot of practice with doing this run through, huh? Phew, that was close. Ugh. East. Okay, monkey tails are not what I want to see, but it's fine. Alright, hopefully I don't encounter a second monkey tail, because I might just die if that's the case. I would use my extra candy bar, but it would still suck really bad. I'm hoping for the 2 little worms, because they give the best. No, it's another monkey tail. Dead? Nope. Very lucky. Didn't get a level up, though, because God hates me. Alright, so either I get something that's not a monkey tail, or the run dies, and I start over. Because monkey tails outspeed me, but I outspeed everything else. We die. Lamau! Not only did I get all 3 monkey tails, which are the worst encounters you can get there in the beginning, because of the fact they outspeed you, they also gave me minimum experience, so 2 of them didn't give me the level. Good fucking speedrun. It's bad luck, and honestly I could have just used the candy bar during the second monkey tail fight. I just didn't expect to go 3 for 3 on shitty monkey tails. I can't wait to show you guys the rest of the run. Thanks, Ripier. I'm doing my best. East. All right, no monkey tails, please. Thank you. The single little worm isn't ideal. The double little worm is what you really want to see. Those guys seem to give the best overall experience out of all the other enemies, while also not being annoying like the monkey tail. Speak of the devil. Hi, monkey tail. Yeah, it's night A this time, so I didn't mash correctly. It's not gonna make any difference over the course of the speedrun, except for the extra, like, couple of frames at the beginning. Okay, should give me the level. Please give me the level. Thank you. Now we go to St. Claria. Door. Nice. A rainbow. You probably can't see it very well, but the dashes can be rainbow if it's the fastest I've done that split, but I have never completed a run of this, so the times won't show up until I do. Okay, please. Good. Damn. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Hamburger. Okay, I'll take this fight. I could have skipped it, probably should have skipped it. Didn't. Alright, I'll get a level up here so I don't need to use a peach potion. Okay, that's level 3. Okay. Did I at least get... Okay, cool. The Barafins have a chance to drop hamburgers. Oh my god. Okay. Nice. Another level up and a hamburger. I got good experience then to get another level up like that. What are we, level 5 then? Already? Fun. There was no escaping an encounter there. Or here. Cool. Super excited that I was able to run all of those encounters. The reason I'm not fighting them is because I'm 99% sure I'm not going to get a level up. Okay, I'm not going to get a level up on any of these encounters, so I'd have to use a peach potion, and I kind of want to avoid using a peach potion if I can avoid it. So that was really slow, unfortunately. Return the camera so it's already lined up to what the camera should be at the start of the cutscene. Use the toadstool, attack a couple times, use Wymie. And in fact, I'm actually going to use a peach potion here, just to be safe, in case I don't level up on this fight. I might, but just in case I don't, it's going to be a real awkward position. Okay. Go pick up the bomb and then get out of here. I love Wymie. It's such a good name is my favorite part. And the fact that he's designed to look like a really easy target is also super funny. So I love that he's like a cornerstone of the speedrun. Alright, I think I only need one more level on my way out. So we're going to try to dodge encounter as best I can. We'll have to get a couple because there's only some that we're going to be able to actually dodge, but... Unlucky. Okay. Can work with that. Thank you. Oh, all right. There was no way around that, I guess. Some fights I can save a little bit of time and resources by not doing it. Okay, so I'm level 6, so I actually do need one more level. So I'm gonna be kind of wiggling, so I'm not just going in a cardinal direction. And that'll help maximize encounters that I get. Or at least enemy spawns. And then I can take the encounters I want. We just need one more level before we get out of this cave. Should be next fight that I get it. Okay, if this gives me a level up, it's perfect. Please give me the level up here. Please. Incredible. Gotta love it. Beautiful. Ah! Jump scared me. All right, we're back. Now we just get slide first try, right? Easy. Nope. We don't. Update. We fuck it up again. Ah! Slide is a hell of my own making. I built the walls of my own prison. Damn it! Ah! Release me! I hate it here. I don't deserve this. This is what I anticipate most Guardians Crusade slide percent attempts is gonna end up being. It's just me doing really well for the first 15 minutes and then being incapable of doing the slide. It's by far the hardest trick in the run. Because it's just awkward and finicky and dumb. It's not awkward and finicky and dumb, it's just you gotta be able to mash it right. And I apparently cannot most of the time. Nope. Mashing was wrong. Oh, it's a would you rather. Knight versus Minish Cap Link. Who wins the fuck up the trick repeatedly competition? I think it's gonna end up being, I think it's still Minish Cap I fuck up more, but also I feel that a lot more because for Minish Cap, that's Fortress of Winds like an hour, like a little under an hour into the run. This is 13 to 15 minutes into the run, so it's a lot less damaging in that sense. It still hurts, and it honestly feels the same overall to me, because I just want to be able to do the run. But, yeah. Nope. Woo! Nope. Push the X button too many times. I just want out. And yes, I see the irony in the fact that I'm using the same pleads to get through Slide that I did to get through Fortress of Winds. Yeah, Octoclip sucks. Octoclip definitely sucks. I honestly feel like for Octoclip, I just got lucky enough to be able to pull out the run that I did. No! Ah! I had the speed, but I mashed one too many times. Also, I figured out the save and quit reset thing. It's push X 6 times. Not mash it, just push X casually 6 times. And that gets you to the title screen without getting into new game. Nope. That mashing was really bad. I did it anyways. I stared at the title screen and then pushed it anyways. Nope, never mind. That was 5 times. I don't know anything anymore. I just want to show you guys the rest of the run. Oh, I hate this. That's exactly how it is, Lancer. So often, it's just a random person just like has a thought that no one else did because it didn't even like occur to them as a possibility. Unlucky enemy spawn. Get the fuck away from me. No! Why are you here? It's because I got dragged so far to the left because of that other guy. I was gonna encounter one or the other. I don't think there's anything I could do about it. I just got unlucky and I don't think I dealt with it in a good way to minimize the impact of the unluckiness. What time is it? About 10 o'clock? Dude, if I don't get a run off the ground soon, I'm not gonna have time. Oh my goodness. Welcome to speedrunning again, guys. We're back. That was horrible. That was really bad. What happened? I was trying to mash and my hand was just giving up. I was like casually pushing the button. Oh, that hurts. All right, this is my last attempt. And then after that, I'm gonna delete the, I'm gonna get rid of the, I don't know what it's called anymore. I've lost the word. The thing above my head with the numbers on it, the timer, the splits. There it is. If it happens again, I'm gonna get rid of the splits. I'm gonna load the save state. I will show the successful slide, and then we're just gonna continue the run from there. Because I want to show you guys the rest of this run. I do not want to be trapped in early game hell for the next 15 streams, and you guys just have no idea why it gets cool later. Ugh. Alright, that's an example of the sign glitch. It makes the currently spawned overworld enemies just be frozen. Nope, that was bad. Alright. We're getting rid of the splits. I'm on the wrong buttons. No. No. It's just that easy. I could have done this 40 minutes ago. All right, so now we have that weird headwind effect I was talking about, and I'm gonna use that to slide my happy ass across the planet. Fail an easy trick over and over again, that's how it is. And I think I failed it, because I think I went from holding left to holding down right too late. I'm totally gonna get stuck right there. That's too slow. Too slow. Too slow. There we go. I just need to get that every time. Now, as soon as I see the island, I go down right. Right there. Might have been a little early, but it might be fine. I think that has a slight bit of leeway between like a pixel or two. Yeah, we're fine. There. And now we're fine. Ta-da! Alright, so now we're in Triskin. And now we fight this guy. We retained our speed up because of the little discovery that I made about how that shit works. So we're fighting the Toy Knight because it's really the only enemy we can fight right now. The enemies outside of this town are way too difficult. And we're going to be able to fight him as many times as we need, which is going to be like 3 times. We want to get up to level 14. So there's level 10. And we can just immediately refight him. He's also going to give us Dr. Snooze or something like that. No, he'll give us some toy. I don't know. But now we fight him again for more experience. But this is why Wymie's so busted. This dude only has single target attacks. So I can do this fight as much as I need. It's 1. 2 turns, and now I'm going to defend, and the bomb will go off. Dealing a ton of damage and killing him. This should get me to level 12? No, 11. High level 11. So the next fight should get me to 14. But at this point, I should be able to skip using Da Bomb and just go with regular attacks. What I'm also going to do is use a Peach Potion. Unlucky. 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 Oh my god. Alright, it worked out. Just slowly. Alright, level is 12. I do have to fight him one more time. Okay. You have to fight him like 3 or 4 times, depending on how you fall on the whole experience thing. You know, where not every fight gives the same amount of experience. Wymie's just there contemplating death. True. He knows his job. Alright, this will get me level 14 for sure. No, it got me level 13. Hoo boy! Alright, we have to fight him again because I just got that unlucky. Now we're level either 15 or 14 or 15. Now I'm gonna run along here, avoiding all the encounters because I'm just that good at running straight. I'm gonna get this for Stare, a living toy that does a little bit of damage, but really we just do this for the experience. These guys only have single target attacks, so you never have to worry about it. One, 2. Okay. So now I'm level 15. Now you run straight up. And then we get into Triskin, and I'm gonna go to the inn and save. And ideally, we're not gonna run into any encounters. Nice. Oops. Got a little mixed up on the direction I was going. All right, so now we get the very important job of counting to 26 with me. Although, since I'm not actually timing this, I'm gonna go to 27 and see how that feels. Basically, we are money farming and experience farming, but mainly money farming. We do not want to fight those guys yet. There's a green dinosaur that can spawn here. We want to fight those guys. Okay, unlucky. Thanks, Lancer, I appreciate your assistance. Come on, give me a dino, please. No. I do not have the damage to kill a Bobo Dragon. I need to kill the green dino. Thank you. These guys only have single target damage, so why me is the deal. Okay, now we defend. If we don't defend, we die because of the bomb. Okay, that's one. And the levels we got also allows us to have the strength we need to defeat Bobo Dragons. So the green dinosaurs are worth 1, the Bobo Dragons are worth 2. For these guys, it's just why me Pyro da Bomb. And the Bobo Dragons are a little bit trickier. Still consistent, but tricky. Okay, 2. Alright, I really want Bobo Dragons now, please. Nope, unlucky. Is what it is. But it's just kind of this for a while. We need money and experience so that we don't die to bosses, and also so we can buy new equipment so we don't die to bosses. We're now at 3. I have a counter on my phone. So I tried to find just like a regular clicker counter app, and all of them were either really not clean and easy to use or littered with ads. Like the non-skippable playable ads that take up the whole screen, nothing you can do about it. Just absolutely dreadful. And instead of buying a clicker counter for like $5 to $15, I'm using a Magic the Gathering life counter totaler app. 4. And I'm using that to keep track of the count, because I cannot be trusted to count to 26 with this much of an interruption. Can I encounter a single one, please? Just a single guy. All right, I'm counting that as 2 because these guys give me 1,300. So after a handful of them, I give it an extra count. Especially if I've gotten this many in a row. You're kidding. I'm running. I want a Bobo Dragon. I'm angry. It's an equal chance between the two to encounter them. And I got 4 Bobos in a row and I didn't have the level to fight them. And now that I am the level to fight them, I can't get any of them. Holy cow. Oh my god. Where are Guardians Crusade hates me tonight. That's the only explanation. I'm in a really bad luck. Left, right, and center. Oh my god. What a good point, Lancer. I didn't even look at the name. I just saw the message and banned him. What are the odds of this happening? Finally. Okay, so for these, we're gonna use Viper, Pyro, Da Bomb, because everything this guy has is area of effect. So you stun him. The turn he comes unstunned, you defend, because you cannot restun him on a turn that he unstunned. And now I'm gonna Dr. Snooze, because he's also viable to sleeping. And now this is the 3rd turn, so I defend. And then the Bobo Dragon goes down, and we add 2 to our count. We are now up to 8. To 10. And now I need to get out of here. I need to go rest at the inn. Dumb. Alright, I'm also gonna stop at the item shop right here for some peach potions. Is it? Actually, now that I think about it, I think that actually sounds... Yeah, I was like, that sounds familiar. I think I've heard of this, actually. Okay, we Viper. We Pyro. We Da Bomb. We defend. We snooze. We defend. We win. We add 2. We're at 12. We're at 13. All right, so now we're at a level where these guys show up as the pink guys, so I can decide which one I want to encounter at any given moment. Okay, we're at 14. Okay, so these guys are always Bobo Dragons now because the green dinos are now the pink things. $16. Oh, also, I forgot, this sound, if you pull out Pyro too quickly after Viper, you get this. And I'm so sorry, it's very loud. The sound will end as soon as the battle's over. We're up to 18. Yeah, it just gets stuck on that electricity sound. That's only if you go too fast, because the sounds overlap. I think it's because, so the way that the PlayStation does sound is it does it based on tracks and layers of tracks. And I think the problem is that the tracks kind of overlayer themselves. And then it doesn't properly cancel out one of the tracks before starting another one. Okay, that's 2 more. We're up to 20. We're going to use this opportunity to go back to an inn. Fun fact, if you don't have the $200 to shell out for this inn, you can still rest and save. He just puts you into the room across the street for free. It's just a shittier room, basically, but it does the same thing mechanically, so it doesn't actually matter. All right, 3 more Bobo Dragons and we're out of here. No, it does not. But you're never going to be put in the shittier room because of all of the money that you've gotten from this. 22. You'll always have at least $200 at the end of the slide. And then you're just constantly gaining money by the 1300s and 2000s here. So I've actually exceeded the level to where now even Bobo dragons are pink. It's intolerance. I'm dumb. God damn it, Lancer, this is your fault. I attacked instead of defended and died because of it. I blame you. I'm just kidding. I should have paid better attention. It's on me. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna stop at the item store up here and see how much money I have. 2,300. Okay. What to tell? And more weird audio because of overlapping toy sounds. All right, 2 more fights and we're good. It'd be cool if I got 1 more level, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Oh, I'm dumb. Alright, I'm getting hit here. Ow. I needed to defend. Alright, we are now done with the farming. And now we buy. I need the freedom ring, the granite shield, the iron helmet, and then I can get the hawk armor and hawk sword. Okay, and now we go here. And we equip everything we just got. By pausing, I do lose the glitch. But that's okay. All right, we don't have enough money, so we are getting dumped to the other room. All right, and now what we're gonna check before we move on is I need good luck. So we're gonna kind of cycle the inn here real quick. We don't need to save. We just need to cycle the inn. And the reason we need good luck is because we need to be able to run from a bunch of fights coming up. Oh my god. We're stuck in not bad hell. I have no idea what that is. Not bad again. So there's a range of values from 1 to 255, and depending on the value you have, that gets randomly assigned to you after resting somewhere. That tells you what luck you have. Not bad is the largest range. So you're gonna be in not bad for a while, just based on statistics and luck. That doesn't mean that this isn't working. It just means that you're getting stuck in that much larger range. So you are most likely to get it. Now I have good, so now I can go and do the rest of the run. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run out of the city. Get to the sign. And now I'm gonna hope that I didn't forget how to do this. So... oh god, why is my brain going dead? Outlier is like a really old ARPG series known for its alchemy mechanics and low budget. Nice. Nahani text. Pause. Yeah. Alright, so what I did there, I did Nahani text to clear some of the glitched state but keep the speed. And then I paused the game, which allows the text box that we stored from the sign to load. And then I can navigate the menu by hitting X into the items, which progresses the text on the sign. Using circle to clear out of that, I can now move because I cleared a text box. I'm done reading the sign, but I'm still paused. So I can use the pause menu to be able to use Nahani while the guard is trying to get rid of me. And now we have this weird glitched state, a little different than the normal one. So watch as the world vanishes. And now it's zoomed really weird. So we're now running very fast across the overworld, and the camera's super zoomed in. So I'm basically just using the minimap to know where I am. It's gonna disappear, it's gonna come back. I'm gonna do square and X at the same time. And that's gonna continue to disable enemy spawns as I use the minimap to navigate through the world. This is called Triskin Skip. Normally in a casual game, you'd have to go into the castle and you'd have to figure out who the thief is, and then you'd have to go over here and then deal with the giant Ruval and do a whole bunch of other nonsense. But through Triskin Skip, I can just skip right past everybody. So I'm just watching the mini-map because there's not really anything to see on the screen. Now I'm just trying to get an enemy encounter. There we go. And because I have good luck, I can run. And I will always be able to run from these encounters. We do not visit the Igloo Town. We do just barely bypass it, just like I did in the casual playthrough. So now we've got speed up and we're here. So the reason that we're here is because I need to buy spinach snacks. Oh wait, but I don't have money. I forgot, I need to do extra farming for money. Yeah, I forgot about that. I can't afford spinach snacks. Release me from this hell. All right, that's my bad. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I know what we'll do. How much money does this save state have? Uh, 3,300. I need 3,200, so this is perfect. Okay. So with that information, I have the money I need to buy 4 spinach snacks. Oh boy, what level am I? 27 with what equipment? I didn't buy a shield. Ah. Okay. I am gonna want to do just a hair more farming on this save state then. Okay. I needed to cancel that differently. All right. The stream has completely gone off the rails. And I hope everyone's okay with that. All right, that should be fine. Okay. Salvaged. Fight. So that's 2,000. Do this again. We'll do that. I'm basically having to fix this save state for future practice. Because these save states were set up before the route change. So before the route change, you do the weird running thing all the way to the church, and then you can go fight Glor, but it's a way riskier fight. Yeah. What a long, strange trip it's being is a way to think about it. This sucks. I'm gonna go here. Okay, I've got 9,500. I don't have a shield. I'm gonna buy the granite shield. Hold on. Oh, really? Amazing. I'm glad you guys could enjoy that experience together. Let's do the hawk shield. Cool, because then I still have 3,600. But then I need to be able to run from things. I might have to ask more questions about this route before I dive any more attempts on it. and figure out some more ideas. So here's where I'm getting caught, right? So I need to have money for two things. I need to have money to be able to rest at the inn enough times to get the good luck, to be able to do all the running from the encounters. And I need to be able to have the money so I can buy 4-ish spinach snacks from Denverado, which is the name of the snowy town. So I gotta find out, what do we do? What's the most optimal thing to do if we have really bad luck on getting the good luck stat? Because then I'm just gonna drain all the money I set aside, unless we're gonna be doing just a bunch of extra Bobo farming. Because it's $200 a night at that inn. Do we... I mean, I guess we could have the extra money, do the inn farming. You don't need the extra money. Just do inn farming until you get good, and then fight 3 Bobos. No, just 2. 2 Bobos will give you 4,000, which is enough for 5 spinach snacks. Because spinach snacks are 800 apiece. Okay, so I think here's the strat. Here's the route that I'll keep in mind for future attempts. Do all the Bobo farming to get the money you need to buy all of your equipment. Buy the equipment. Equip the equipment. In spam until you have good luck. Fight 2 Bobos. Trisk and skip to Denverado. Buy your spinach snacks. Run the rest of the way to the chapel, and then continue the run with all of your safety and money. Because you only need 4,000, and a Bobo gives you just a hair over 2,000. So that's the strat. Okay, we'll continue from here then. So we're gonna pause, equip, Crusher Sword, Chainmail, Iron Helmet, Hawk Shield, Freedom Ring. Could also sell a nugget for $5,000, that's true. Alright, we're gonna rest here. And now we check for good luck. Bad luck. Oof. Oh. Bad luck again. Not bad luck. I need good though. This is really, this is quite a section of the run, that's for sure. But it's wild because all of this is still faster than the other route. And way more consistent. Not bad. I think that's actually a fan game where all of the golden rings in Sonic were, and I think this is a real thing, where all the golden rings were replaced by onion rings. So every ring you collect adds a little bit of weight to Sonic until you get to it, like you inevitably reach a point where Sonic can no longer move, and then you lose the game. Oh, that's Sonic XL? Oh, okay, well then never mind. I didn't know that's what it was called. Good, and how much money do I have? 1,800? Okay, I can fight one Bobo. And I have armor to sell. Nice. Not what I wanted. I want to get the sign glitch first, otherwise the fight's gonna take forever. And I have good luck, so I can run. Ho ho. Alright, now I just need a single Bobo Dragon. And we'll get out of here. Audio glitch! Yay! There we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. I actually need to get sign glitch and not fight anything, because that clears too much of the glitched state. Oh my gosh, how did he catch up to me? Really? That's super interesting. Oh my god, I loaded the state instead of saving it. Can I please? God, this stream has been such a clusterfuck. Forces the king to make unholy noises. That's probably exactly what it is. Save. So we do this. We pause. And I only have the mini map to go off of here. So if I notice that I'm not moving in a direction, I just kind of have to wiggle a different direction and hope that that gets me out of whatever it is I'm stuck on. Nice. So we're getting this encounter and immediately running from it so that it fixes our camera. Go into the shop. Buy our spanches. Nice face when he runs. Definitely one of the faces of all time. True. And now we just run through this area. Trying to dodge as many encounters as we can. But because we have good luck, we can run from every one of them. Because running away is dependent on your luck stat primarily, and then after your luck stat is when it actually considers your agility. Celador! Hello! Everybody give a nice warm welcome to Celador! They've never been here before. Hi! They're also one of the Guardians Crusade speedrunners. Good to see you. Everything fell apart. Specifically, Slide. Slide fell apart. I was able to get it in all of my practice. And then as soon as I get into runs, I spend 12 plus minutes trying to get a single successful slide. Woo. So, yeah, so now we're just kind of doing a go through of the rest of the route while I sort of fix my save states because of the recent reroute. But it's okay. It's a learning experience. Also, you're doing some Ripto's Rage. How is that? Are you speedrunning that game, or are you playing it casually? Have I equipped everything I need to? Yeah. It sure did not. To give you context, Lancer enjoys choosing weird games he finds in the Twitch game selection dropdown, and then shouting himself out even though he doesn't even stream. Oh, you main in Spyro 2 Japanese. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now that we're here, the previous route without spinach snacks, you would leave, get an encounter, come back, and talk to him. So we're gonna do the same thing. So now we go here, and we save here. And then I'm gonna save this. Thanks so much for the follow. There's an enemy here. I stood still for too long. All right, let's find out if my luck is still okay. Okay, cool. We should be more than equipped to deal with Glore in our current state. Because we've got one more level, we actually have a shield. I found out my big problem with getting past Glore in my practice save states. I never bought a shield. So I was still using the bronze shield. Wow, maybe not that one, Lancer. I think that's a subject we don't need to broach. RIP Glore Skip, by the way. This is now Glore Skip Skip. Also, because I'm not actually speedrunning, I'm gonna fast forward. It's just mashing through a cutscene, and it's a really long cutscene and 2 auto fights. I still say this guy looks like that one Bionicle that I had when I was a kid. Okay, we save. So now we have a proper Glore fight. So for Glore, Glore's annoying. He has 2 moves. He has a single target nail stab thing, and he has Death Breath. Death Breath is an AoE. If he spans Death Breath, you basically lose. So we're gonna put out Wymie. Here's Nail Blade. We put out Da Bomb, and now we need him to use at least Nail Blade just once. Okay, cool. Now we should be good from here. Alright, it is very unlucky he did that twice. We're gonna defend. Explosion happens, dealing 300 damage. Nail Blade, we're gonna put out Pyro. There's Death Breath. We use one of the spinach snacks we bought. Okay, very lucky. Awesome. This is ideal. This could not be better, I'm not gonna lie. Holy cow, he just keeps doing it. The longer Pyro is up, the better this fight is. Beautiful. All right, that's an insane Glore fight. So now we have to run back to the chapel. Church. Thing. And I'm going to use my cardinal directions as much as I can to try to minimize enemy spawns. He's stuck in a wall, so he's fine. And we sneak-a-deek right through here into the chapel. Perfect. Cutscene. Normally, there's a baby here to make noises at me and for the rest of us to respond to. But instead, there isn't a baby. Whoops, didn't save. The baby is you! How'd you know? Alright, so now we're gonna sneak through here without encountering anything, I swear. Bada boom. Toby Fox told me he's a pretty reputable source, not gonna lie. I would trust him. So I guess I am the baby. Miracle Sword. Miracle Shield. Miracle Armor. And now we have God's Tower Ascension. Now, there's probably a way to ascend this tower that helps you avoid some of these encounters. I don't know or understand. So I just kind of push through and hope for the best. So all of the equipment we just bought was only for that one fight. So now we... Can I run? No. That's the song he put into Sword and Shield? Amazing. Oh, really? Man, I am unaware of everything that exists. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this I cannot run from because I have bad run luck. Again. Amazing. I meant to put out Pyro. Alright, if I could stop getting the single Octo fights, that would be cool. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit of fighting. I hope they do. Can I get a double fight once? Please? We're basically just doing this for like 1 or 2 more levels to get up to a bit over 500 HP. Because that's going to make the next 2 fights more consistent. Because we have to fight Mario and Luigi. And I don't have an anti-confusion ring, so... Alright, let's see. This guy... So what amount of HP am I at? Probably not 500, right? No. Alright, it's a double fight. Okay, let's do Pyro da Bomb. Amazing. The bomb's not going to go off this this turn, but I needed to defend for the guys attacking me. That should kill. It did not. No, I got a low roll on Pyro. Damn. All right, what are we at? Like 450? 45. I want to try to use up some of my spinach stacks, my excess spinach stacks during this grind, because I don't want to get confused and then give the spinach snacks to Mario and Luigi. Because that shit killed me in my last, like, run attempt that made it to this point of the game. Because I kept getting confused by the boss, and then, in my confusion, throwing healing items at them. Because that's a thing that can happen in this game. And it sucks. Nice crit. Should kill them both. Good. Alright, that puts me at 471. Ew. I didn't see what my power was, but I don't think my power is very good if my HP is at 500 right now. Just getting the worst damage rolls on Pyro right now. There you go, there's 108. 180. Oh my god. The why-me focus. Playing Persona 3 and Aegis gets charmed by the final boss and fully heals her and your rage quits, yeah. So the last, like, run attempt that made it super far into the run, I was plagued by the absolute worst luck possible. To my understanding, to my comprehension, as nothing but a feeble mortal, I would get confused every single opportunity that he used the mind rings, which is the move that confuses you. I also got him spamming that move more often than anything else. And while confused, I gave him 3 spinach snacks in a row. And the most painful part is I'm fairly certain that if I didn't give him that first spinach snack, I would have just won the fight and then been able to continue the run. But instead, I lost 45 minutes to God's Tower because I got the worst luck on both Guardian fights. I died to Carmine even though I had the anti-paralysis ring. And getting to those bosses was such a slog because I could not get good enough luck stat to be able to run from any fights. So I had to fight everything, and I drained all of my resources just getting to the bosses. It was an absolute nightmare. .488, level 34, okay. This isn't too bad then. I should be able to just actually, I don't think I need one more level. I think I should be able to just rely on spinach snacks instead of Angel. History adventure. What? All right, I think maybe one or two more, and then we're done and can move on with our lives. That's what I've been thinking of. Oh, God. All right, we spinach snack here. Okay. There's the 500 HP. Now where am I? Right by the save. All right, here's Mario. So for Mario, Mario has all AoE attacks, so Wymie's not going to help. You just put out Pyro. And attack him a bunch and hope that you don't get confused and heal him a bunch. This fight gets very loud, just giving you all the heads up. It's pretty awful. That laser cannon sucks really bad to listen to all the time. I know, it's so bad. All right, that's the first fight. I remember that. I felt compelled to explain. All right, so that's Mario down. It was because the beginning of Mario's dialogue is, is saying, can I run? Let's go. We've got good run luck. This never happens. But the beginning of his dialogue is like acknowledging that Baby is back. And then it gets cut off by Carmine's hacking, basically. And I don't know, Lancer missed something. Alright, I guess I cannot run from these guys. Their agility is higher, so that makes sense. Okay, I've got a couple of hamburgers I can pop. Oh, that makes sense. That'll do it. I have no idea how to get through these floors without encountering basically every enemy. Oh. Okay, worth a couple shots just to see. We do have some peach potions. Please. Please. All right, here's Luigi. Here's the confusion attack. I am confused. I attacked Pyro. That sucks. That's worst case scenario, I think. Okay, I am out of healing items. Okay, I just need him to die. I don't know how much hit points he has, though. I also would love for him to die with me still having at least 70 PP. Come on, just attack him. Thank you. Okay. Attack him. Thank you. Alright, now break out of confusion, please. Oh my god. That was insane. Okay, avoid it. Okay, just attack him. Okay. Let's get up a little bit higher on health. Okay. Luigi goes down. And now we go fight Carmine. I'm gonna fast forward through this nonsense because it's just mashing text in a cutscene. And then waiting for an auto battle to happen in front of me. Yeah, this is the RNG health fight, but hopefully it's not as bad. Because now I am immune to being paralyzed. Defend. Oh, go get him now, honey. Put out Pyro. Next time he uses Checkmate, I'm gonna use Gabriel. Because I know with the equipment and level I have, he can't deal 197 damage to me. So now we Gabriel. And that's why I wanted to have around like 70 PP. Okay, I don't know how much health he has left. I heal 168, take 156. That's not ideal. Probably just gonna max out my nurses and then just attack him until hopefully he dies. Kinda how I feel. Alright, should get 2 or 3 attacks depending on his damage rolls. Okay. Well, that sucks. We try again. So the reason that... Basically, I should have probably still gone and done a couple more levels just to get a little bit more safety HP. Like, getting 500, it becomes doable, but it's not the safest experience you can have. I'm gonna da-bomb here and just hope he doesn't checkmate again. Okay, I need to use... I only have 1 peach potion. This save state kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. There's the big explosion, 434 damage. Love to see it. Okay, we get out Pyro. Terrible damage from Pyro. Terrible damage from Pyro, ×2. I attacked Wymie. Terrible damage from Pyro. That's a minimum roll all 3 times. It's better. Let's get Mr. O'Neill. I think Stairs actually better. Just think about trying to do this fight without the immunity to paralysis, though. Yeah, because that's what the old route was. The old route skipped all the nonsense in Triskin, but you get here without paralysis immunity. and it's an actual worst case scenario. Also consider the fact that I should have gone and done a few more levels to get up to the mid or high 500s before fighting Carmine here. Nice. All right, now we're gonna fast forward the cutscene because this is just practice and fixing save states. We talk to Baby. Thanks for the GG. And now we're in the part of the run that's not too bad. So the baby exists now, but we can't actually use the baby. So now we wiggle our way through this maze to get Versius. You all remember Versius? Sound off in the chat. Who remembers? What does Versius do? I'm incorrect. It's the next one. I don't know, man. It's a fantasy game from the 1990s. It's this room for the library. It's not this room for the library. It's like easy hot dog and Mr. Kill. All right, good clapback though. All right, so now we have to read these books. You guys will remember the plot books. Not too far. We did. I think it was Lancer that suggested the name Mr. Kill. It was either Lancer or Root Beer. It's the baby in Jungo. All right, so now that we've done all of the plot stuff, we now actually have to get a baby we can use. So this is back in, so where I exited is back in Cave of Fear. This is where we used to do our level grinding on the old route. We don't do level grinding here anymore. What? But now we're gonna be just running straight through and getting to the Gale Stork. Ah, damn it. And we'll be able to easily kill the Gale Stork in 2 hits without having to care at all about it. Well, think of when you click on a bed or a table and it just says a bed. I love it. I find it hilarious. I always enjoy silly flavor text for like being able to interact with random crap. It's annoying in the speedrun because of that one room with Darkbeat. There's a Pokemon fan game that I put a ton of hours into with a friend of mine. And it's Pokemon Infinity, and it did the same shit. Like, almost everything was interactable, and it all had silly garbage like that. And I loved it. speeding up because cutscenes are dumb and I'm not actually running the game, so I don't care. But now that we actually, so now that we saved baby from the Gale Stork, we will actually have a usable baby. So now we gotta talk to Bonnick. Me too! I love that the cats don't have faces. How do you feel about that little tidbit? Oh, alright. I accidentally talked to Martha too many times. Alright, so now we leave. We have Mapster. Do we need Mapster? Does that do anything for us? I don't think so. But now we're gonna pause. That does get rid of the speed glitch, but we need to be able to fly. It's fly time. And I have a notepad that reminds me what directions to fly in. There's no response. It's just a corpse. Correct. I love the music in this game. Yeah, so now we're just flying. So we have places we need to go. First of all, we're gonna go to what I consider the first actual dungeon of the run, or of the playthrough, in like a casual playthrough, in Caldo Ruins. We're going there so we can get the Foreman, which is the living toy that lets you exit from dungeons without having to backtrack, which is just great. And we'll also use this opportunity to get a couple of quick early levels on Baby, because we do need to get Baby's levels up to get some HP before we get to the final boss. But at this point of the story, we only need to get the holy equipment and then fight the final boss. So we're in the finishing stretch at this point. So we're just gonna run straight through here. You don't know how to feel about the no faces? I noticed it in the credits after completing my casual playthrough. I wasn't a big fan of it. Yep, it's PlayStation 1. It really did do its best. The models of them in the Discord, the models of the cats? I didn't see the models of the cats in the Discord. Alright, we're gonna dodge all these encounters and go straight for the chest in the middle. This is another mimic, as we saw before, at the house near Triskin. These guys have only single target damage. So we just set up Wymie. And attack it till it dies. Babaya. Yeah, I mashed incorrectly. Yeah, get some nice early levels for baby. And now we pause, living toys, the foreman we just got, and leave. And now we need to fly southwest. Towards the North Tower to get Tough Wall. Well, see, we already have him. We have Pyro, because Pyro also grills people. I can't get over the flying music. I'm sorry. So normally you have to speak to the mayor's daughter to be able to get in here, but because of where I put myself down, we are inside the trigger here, so we can just skip it. Okay. Run. Excellent. Yeah, waifus need Georges too. You can't just omit all Georges just because your target is waifus. Or something. I don't know. Alright, so there's Tough Wall. We now pause and get out of here. We're gonna get the text that says, "Oh, this is scary, I don't wanna go here." And then we fly again. So now we're gonna be going northwest towards the Nord Temple, which is the ice cave. The simp option and the cool option, which is which? I don't know. I feel like why not both? Why can't we have both? It's a long fly, I'm speeding it up. Because it's getting really late, but I still want to finish this for you all. One of those is a crime and the other is an act of kindness. Damn. Spitting the facts. Alright, so now we're at Nord Temple. There are two things we need here. First, we need Draken, which is the living toy that deals half of the max HP of everyone in the fight. That completes our perfect trio. And then after we get it, we're gonna foreman out and then go right back into the dungeon because there's something else that we need to get here. It's the first holy armor piece. This will also be an opportunity to get some levels on Baby if I encounter the Iors and I don't get wrecked by them. Or this. This can also happen. Are we just dead? Fire breath does it. I can't run. I'm frozen again. Alright, I'm gonna tough wall. Because I'm not going to be able to run from this guy. I don't think. Never mind. We ran from this guy. Do I have any healing? I have 2 hamburgers. I have a hamburger and a cheeseburger, more specifically. Okay. Not great. Okay. Please let me run from this guy. Oh no, it's the Iors. All right, don't kill baby. Perfect. Okay, so now we do Dark Cross to eliminate everyone's light. And I hope I remember this correctly and this dies. Perfect. That gives us some good levels on baby. Oh, that's worse. Okay. Damn. Fingers crossed. Okay. Good. Perfect. This will get some more experience for everybody. Okay, ideally, I don't have any more encounters because I'm already at odd HP, which is what I want. So we'll swap the camera. Oh, damn. Oh, I thought I'd be able to slip through. Whoa. Please? Oh, thank God. Yikes. So yeah, this can be another really nasty part of the run. I don't know if there's a better way through it that I'm not super familiar with, but this is the best way that I am aware of. But now we're here and now we win, and that's, I think, the last dangerous part of the run. I think the rest of the run is completely free. So now I'm gonna tell baby to run, and hopefully baby will listen to me. And then we're gonna do tough wall. And you guys saw this already. We did this during our casual run. I did it once to showcase it. But we've got tough wall to make sure that I stay at an even or an odd numbered HP. We do Versius to double damage. Okay, we Draken to get everyone down to 1 HP or dead if they're even number HP. Now, the Guardian does have an odd number of HP, so he's now at 1 HP. Tough Wall gives his last HP to keep himself safe, and I kill the Guardian. And now I get my first piece of the holy equipment. The Holy Shield. And now that we've done that, we leave that area. We're now in the Nord Temple again, and I use the Foreman to get out. Okay, and now we go east by northeast. Never mind. My emulator crashed, I guess? What did I do? No. Yeah, yeah. No, the game said it's done. My God. There is a curse or something in the universe that's going to prevent me from ever completing a Guardians Crusade run. But I'm going to keep trying. Right? Now, the first crash was my fault. The first crash that happened tonight was completely my fault. I cleared out a text box too quickly, and it crashes the game. That's fine. This, I have no idea. I don't know what happened. The emulator just gave up. At this point, though, what we were going to be doing is flying east by northeast to Kerpel. And then, oh, there is actually one last thing that I do want to show you guys. And then I am going to close out the stream because it's late and I'm tired and I work in the morning. So I'm going to show you guys a skip that I was really worried about. And then it turned out to be completely fine. So I am in Kerpel. Kerpel is the island with the people who tried to sacrifice baby to feed their angry god. Yungaga or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna skip them. Ta-da! It's that fucking easy. All I'm doing here is I'm just kind of aligning along the wall, and you see the little darker piece of dirt that looks like a triangle that I'm facing right now. I'm just kind of wiggling my way left and right. And then I turn the camera diagonally once, run straight ahead, and it's the easiest fucking skip in the world. It's completely free. It's so easy. That's gotta be the evil god Uganga. Let's get him. All right, I guess talking to him also triggers it, so that's interesting. Walking into his range or talking to him triggers the fight. But I don't have to care, because I can just wiggle around and then skip him very easily. And then going in here gets me another piece of the holy thing, holy armor. And then we go to Castle Ryan. Remember that place where I push the red buttons? We go there. I find the owl. I push the red buttons. I get a few more levels on baby. And then from Castle Ryan... So from Castle Ryan, we fly north a little bit. And that gets you to the tree. You go through the tree. Remember when we went down the tree and we did the circle? It was counterclockwise like 5 times. And then we get the final piece of holy. And then... I don't remember if we actually changed this route. I think there were talks about changing this. Yeah, go on the triangle, wiggle, and it's a piece of fucking cake. This game's easy. But I'm just gonna go over here, go to the grave. Watching the shadow, not my character. I am going to go into a battle here, so I can clear my awkward glitched state nonsense. But I still have the speed, because we gotta run through the cave again. Oh my god, I wasn't looking. What if you swore an oath to never wiggle? Then instead of wiggling, you can be jiggling. Thank you. I had already pretty much learned everything I needed to for this run when I started doing the casual playthrough. But I wanted to do a casual playthrough because first of all, no one in my community had ever heard of this game before, which is valid. And so I wanted to kind of give them context of what the game is and the story and all of that. Before absolutely tearing it to shreds. Plus, honestly, so I'm not going to go into the specifics. I have had a very rough last couple of months. So picking up Guardians Crusade as a speed game was a way for me to stick my mind to something and have that be the center of my focus so that I didn't have to think about the other shit I was dealing with. So now we use a warp gate key to get in here. And now we're going to do something pretty cool. So I am going to use the cross. I never used a wooden cross in the playthrough, right? So a wooden cross, what it does is it sets a temporary save point. If you die, you go back to where you used the cross. But if you die again without using a cross or going to an inn, you go back to the last place you actually saved the game. So I'm going to use this cross. And then I'm gonna leave through the west portal. And then we're gonna go to Baby. Baby's gonna fly. We're gonna hope that it doesn't crash the game. Yeah! The game tells you nothing about it. Yeah, the only like hint that you get is it says you'll never forget what happened, which sounds more like a threat. So you guys remember this sign, right? This is the sign that we went to before with all of the Triskin farming. So I'm gonna do this bullshit that we've done 1,000 times. So now we have the speed up. I'm gonna go to an enemy. And we will fulfill the prophecy. So now that I've died, it's going to take me back to the cross. But because I have speed up, it's going to maintain that speed up, which is critically important. Because now we finish the game. We have all of the pieces of holy. We talk to this guy. Hellfire, Sephiroth, Blood Fist, whatever the fuck Lancer said. And then we fight Charles Darwin. Which, somebody made a Charles Darwin joke during my casual playthrough. But I'll have you guys know. Look at this shit, hold on, let me put my splits back up. So look at my splits in the top left. So I've got a nice healthy blend of Guardians Crusade icons and Minish Cap icons. Also a realistic picture of spinach for when we buy spinach from Denvarden, or whatever the hell, Denverado. I have a clip art of a church for the chapel. We have Glor's head. We have the white Picori from Minish Cap for Enter God's Tower. I have a Mario and Luigi cap. Fantastic models, by the way, the sprites from Mario Odyssey. 10 out of 10. Being able to find sprites online is amazing. And we have some more shit. Tough Wall is just a welding mask, because that's what he looks like to me. All of the holy equipment, and then there he is, Kill the Has-Been, It's Charles Darwin. And then we fight Charles Darwin. Now we only have 1 hit point. So I need to tell baby to run, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that's actually going to do anything, but I am going to use... It's the same strat as always. It's tough wall to keep me safe. Holy shit, he does run. Versius to double the damage. We Draken to ruin our lives. And then he has even HP, so he just dies. Fun fact, and this is mainly for Celador, but it's for everybody too. I lost one of my practice runs to this fight because Nahani slapped Darwin for 19 damage. And then Darwin killed me at 1 HP because I couldn't attack him before Tough Wall died. Because Nahani slapped him and put him to odd HP, and he didn't die. I was so mad. Actually, I was really confused at first, and then I realized what went wrong. So now we're gonna actually go to the final boss. So this is the speed. This is what speed up does. The glitched state increases the speed of this cutscene, and look how much faster this is. I think I remember Obsidian Blade, one of the world record holders, said that getting the glitched state just for this fight alone saves about 5 minutes of time. And then I'm gonna speed up through this because I can. Remember when I said I was just gonna close out the stream? I didn't do that. Also, I have a save state. What am I doing? All right, here we are. Okay, so now we got healed up to full for the start of the boss fight, and I have notes on how to do this. So we do Tough Wall on Baby, because we need to keep Baby alive, so that they can Guardian when the plot tells me to. And now, this is an interesting, fun thing. So the game puts you into the Holy Armor for the Darwin fight because of plot. The Miracle equipment is better. It's objectively better by a lot. So we switch to the Miracle stuff. Okay. And then we pull out Pyro. And we basically just deal enough damage to trigger the part of the fight where we can make Baby a Guardian Dragon. I forgot to do Versius to double damage. That's an essential step. It's like 4th or 5th, actually. The Holy Helmet is the second or third best in the game. But most of them are actually not good. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna heal up real quick. Do I have any items? I do have some spinach snacks. Heck yeah. Alright, for some reason my damage was not where it needed to be. Platinum... yeah, Platinum's the best. I didn't see Zeppetto armor on the list, but I do know that there's the debug armor. That's like the... whatchamacallit. The... Relic. Yeah. Oh, Zeppetto's only helmet? Is it? I didn't see a Zeppetto helmet. when I was looking at the things. I was looking at it when I was doing the casual playthrough. Where am I? What am I doing? Baby, become a dragon. And I'm gonna keep you healthy. Okay, we're gonna defend. Okay, I'm at an even number HP, which kind of sucks. You've been deep diving into the files lately? Hell yeah. Have fun with that. Hope you find some cool stuff. Alright, now we're in Zyzen 2. I have to get to odd HP and do TVD. I don't have any more healing. I'm gonna do Nurse. Heal myself up just a bit. That's an odd HP. Can I stay at that odd HP? Perfect. Okay, we're gonna tough wall. In my casual playthrough, Celador, I almost died to this phase because turn 1, Zyzen put Knight to sleep, and then I stayed asleep until I was almost out of HP. It was terrifying. Alright, so same combo as always. Tough Wall versus Draken, TVD. And that's going to end phase 2, and then we go into phase 3. Celador, clearly you haven't heard of me. I consistently have the worst luck possible. That's just who I am. If you want a fun example of my luck, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I needed to roll a 13, and I had a +7 bonus to that. So that means I just needed to roll a 6 or higher on a 20-sided die. I had 5 tries, and I rolled below a 6 all 5 tries. Cool. And now we're in season 3, final phase. We're on odd HP already, so you know it, you love it. You tell baby to defend. You do TVD. Thanks, Tough Wall. Sorry, baby. Oh, God. $7,500 damage on that. And then we kill him. And that's it. We win. And, that would have been world record. I promise. Trust. But that's it. Thanks for the GG. So that's what the run would have looked like if I didn't splice it and use save states like a cheater. I hope that one dude on YouTube who exposes cheating speedrunners doesn't find me based on this stream. But this was fun. This is cool. This is the run. I wanted to make sure that I showcased it despite all of my problems with Slide today. Celador, you're gonna get me canceled. First stream that you're in, you're gonna get me canceled. But yeah, so tomorrow is what, Thursday? Yeah, okay. So we're coming back to streams on Monday, and we'll be able to get some more attempts in on this. I will probably try to find time in my spare time to do it as well. So if I don't stream an attempt, I will record it, and I will upload that to my YouTube, because I do have a YouTube channel. It's the same name, it's just on YouTube instead. But I'll upload any runs that I have over there that I do off stream, because sometimes I have a little bit of open time to do that. But yeah, basically any like significant run attempts. So if it's like a get stuck at slide for 30 minutes, I don't keep those. But if it's like I got through most of the run, then I upload that, usually unlisted. But we'll see what I decide to do in the future. Hope that one Breath of Fire speedrunner uses ChatGPT to try and expose. Oh my god, yes! I remember that story. Oh, it was so good. This guy was trying to prove that this world record holder was splicing his runs and cheating to get the RNG he wanted during his live stream. And like playing like live, pre-recorded footage for the game and then trying to like pretend to play it along on the live stream. And it turned out it was just a personal vendetta from some dumb thing. I don't even remember. But yeah, this dude used ChatGPT to learn audio processing so that he could find all of the evidence that he needed. And because ChatGPT doesn't really know how to do things, he was messing with various settings like increasing the volume and the gain to the point where it was creating so many audio disturbances. Oh, also look, we never actually rescued Baby. So in the cutscene in the credits right here, Baby's still stuck there. The cutscene's still happening like normal because it's the credits, but Baby's still stuck there because we never actually saved him. Which is wild that's like, it keeps track of those plot flags and those story flags. But anyway, yeah, it was a whole thing. It was nasty. Yeah, it all turned out to be nothing, but it was a whole deal. Yeah, the event flag was never hit because we never saved him. We never went to Gongaga. As my favorite Final Fantasy VI character said, Zachary Strife. Me? Gongaga. Chester. Yeah, we love Chester. We only used him twice in the casual run. We went to North Tower to get Tough Wall, and then we went back to Triskin to continue the game, and we never used him again. Except I actually did use it 2 more times, but not for like a required use, but just so that I could show off the underwater chest in the ocean, as well as the crash site of the Zephyr. Yeah, Chester is best boat. Also the birds there. The Gale Stork is there. Faceless cats! This was when I realized that cats don't have faces. But yeah, Gale Stork's just sitting there. Because we didn't hit some other event trigger that makes Gale Stork disappear. I don't know how that works. I also love that they put those things in the ocean. I think it's dumb that there's a chest you can't open, but I think visually it's cool. Anyway, oh gosh, excuse me. I can't keep doing this. I need to go to sleep. I need to wake up in 4 hours. So, in the words of most people that exist, I've made a horrible mistake. Let's see if there's anybody live right now to raid over to. But at this time of night / morning, I doubt it. Yeah, no. All right. I'm going to sleep. Thanks for streaming. Hey, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It was great having you, and I hope you had a wonderful time. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, or for you across the pond, probably, I don't know if you're across the pond actually, I just know most people are who are in speedrunning communities. It'll be around this time, which will, I think is like the early morning, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, in Europe time. But yeah, I'm going to sleep because I'm exhausted. It's Thursday afternoon? What? How? Oh, you're in Australia. Oh. That explains it. You're across a couple of ponds. So yeah, it is in fact Thursday afternoon for you all. Well, there you go then. You can come to my streams every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoon. But I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. You guys are cool. I'll see you later. Something Vegemite all stuck in me, pay. Yeah, we will in fact Shrimpy the Barbie. Yeah. Yeah, if I get world record in Guardians Crusade, we'll celebrate by having a cooking stream of me throwing shrimps on a Barbie. I'm sorry. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.